Hi there students, welcome to Teach Together Try with Mr. Burns. Guys, today's lesson objective is to learn how to estimate angles. How we know we succeed? Well, that is our correct estimations during the try phase of our lesson. So let's start to have a look at estimating angles. Let's have a go. Okay, now team, when you estimate an angle, that means you're really not using a protractor. So you've got to be able to look at it. So here's an angle just down here. But for starters, we are going to use a device that I've created called the target. And here's a little target here. And I just want you to imagine with this target, well, you don't need to imagine, but with this target here, every bit of this target, every piece of the pie as such, is really equal to 90 degrees. Every piece of the pie has got a 90-degree angle. So let me just put that in. Okay, so there's my pie, and this is equal to 90 degrees, and that's equal to 90 degrees, and that's equal to 90 degrees, and that's equal to 90 degrees. And if you're clever, you've worked out that I've really drawn a revolution, and that equals 360 degrees. However, we don't need to know that just yet. All we need to understand is this target is going to help us with our estimations. And let's have a look at that. Can you have an estimation of this angle for me? How do you think you'd go about it? Well, I'm going to show you how I would go about it. In my mind, I would move my target over the angle just like this, and I would see in my mind that the angle is about up to here, isn't it? It's about up to here. It's about up to this line here, which means that angle is about 90 degrees. That's an estimate. It's not exactly there, is it? There's this space here, but we could say it's about 90 degrees. And that's a fair estimate of that angle. Let's have a look at this angle. You can see this angle goes from here to here. It's quite a big angle. Maybe you can have a think in your head. How big is that angle probably going to be? Now, what I would do in my head is in my brain, I put my target over the angle and I go, okay, so that angle is about, well, it definitely goes all the way to 90. And then it goes another half chunk of the 90 as well. It goes a whole 90 and another half chunk of the 90. So I would say in my head, that's going to be about 90 plus half of 90, which is, so 90 plus half of 90 really equals 90 plus 45, which means this angle is probably about 135 degrees, and that actually looks bang on 135 degrees. But that's how we can estimate it. We're not using a proper protractor, we're just using our target, and we're going to try and use this target in our heads in a moment as well. Here's a tricky one. This one's going all the way around, isn't it? This angle's going all the way around. So how many 90 degrees is that going through? I wonder if you could have a go before I put the target on. You might want to have a bit of a try by yourself now. So by all means, have a go. Pause me if you like. And then we'll put the target on. So what I would do is in my head, I apply this target. And I go, okay, so it's going around 190. It goes around another 90, and then it goes around another whole 90. So it's really going around 3 times 90, and please forgive my internet scroll, it's the best I can do on my mouse pad. And if you're clever, you'd work out that 3 times 90 is, okay, so it's about 270 degrees. It's not exact. It's not exact, is it? Because there's a little gap here I can see, right? It's not exact, but that's a good estimate. Okay, let's do some together. Okay, and here we are up to the together phase, guys. And here's another one, and you'll notice this angle's on its side, and I don't like that. So if you get a question like this, I would suggest that you turn the angle, if possible, if it's on paper, or even perhaps rotate your computer just so you can see it. So this line here is parallel with the bottom of your screen or paper. It's going to be easier for you to work with. So what do? What do you think this one is about, right? What do you think? Have a bit of a think. You can see that It's not quite a quarter turn, is it? It's about half a quarter turn, I think. So what estimate do you think it would be? Have a bit of a think, estimate it. It's probably about half of one of these. Let's move this over and have a look. I think you'd be on pretty solid ground there if you estimated that at 45 degrees. Okay. Let's have a look at another one. Well, have a look at this one. This angle goes all the way over here. So here's our vertex, of course, right there. And the angle started over here and opened all the way over there. Now that actually looks a lot like a straight line, and you should know what a straight line angle measurement is. But in case you don't, well, have a bit of a think. Maybe imagine how many turns this has gone through. It looks like it's gone through one whole turn and then another whole turn. It hasn't quite got to the end of the second turn, has it? It's gone through a quarter turn here, so a quarter turn there and another quarter turn. But it hasn't quite got to here. It's not going straight on, is it? So, what would your estimate be about? Let's move this over and see. 90 plus nearly another 90. Maybe take a little bit off. What do you think? Well, I think it's nearly 180. I'd probably say 175 degrees would be a good estimate. A good estimate. Let's have another go together. What do you think? This is the last one we'll do together, and then you can have a go by yourself. What do you think about this one? This vertex goes all the way around here. Wow. Don't think we're measuring this angle, we're measuring this one all the way around there, so it's definitely going to be above 180 degrees, isn't it? Have a think, if you were going to put this on here, how many 90s has it gone through? It's gone through 1, 2, another 90, and it actually nearly goes all the way to the end. So what do you think that's going to be? It's nearly 4 90s, but it's not. It's this much missing from 4 times 90. What do you think? Well, what's 4 times 90? Can you work that out for me? Because it's nearly a whole revolution, isn't it? 4 times 90 is 360 degrees, but it's not quite there. So we would be pretty good if we said, oh, close to 360, maybe 340 degrees. And we can move that on there and just see how that would actually look. And 340 degrees is a pretty good estimate. And for the clever chickens amongst you, that would mean you're saying this angle in here equals about 20 degrees. Okay, so now we're up to the try phase. Are you ready to have a try all by yourself? Okay, have a go all by yourself. You might want to draw yourself a little target like I've got, but just imagine if you're going to put this on here, what's it going to look like? How many quarter turns is this angle here going to go through? And what's a pretty good estimate? Right, you know it's going to be less than 90 because it's not a whole quarter turn yet. So what is it about? Go and have an estimation. Make an estimate. Pause me and do that. Well, let's have a look at what it should be. I'll estimate it as well. But look, it looks like it's nearly halfway. I've done this angle too many times. So look, I'm going to say something like 45 to 50 degrees because I actually think that it is just a bit bigger than halfway, isn't it? Because this is probably bigger than that. Let's do another one. Look at this one. This is a good hard one. We haven't done one like this. So estimate the value of this angle. Remember, we're going all the way around here. This is a reflex angle. It's more than a straight angle, so you should know straight away it's going to be more than 180 degrees. So, have an estimate. What do you think? Use this to help you. I might even move it to help you. Maybe that would help you a little bit. Put it over there. Okay, switch me off. Pause me. What do you think? Estimate it. Okay, I hope you switched me off. This should be, because it goes here, 1, that's 190, 2, another 90, and it goes a half 90 there about, doesn't it? So about 45. So that's probably 90 plus 90 plus 45, which equals about 125 degrees. just as an estimation. One more go, all by yourself. Okay, what do you think about this one? Pause me, have a go, make an estimation. Okay, well, you should have trying to imagine this target over it. And you can see it goes, well, it goes one full 90. Then it goes another full 90, and it goes a bit more into this 90, doesn't it? So that's straight away going to be 180 degrees, but it's more than 180 degrees. It's probably 180 degrees plus, well, what does that look like to you? Maybe about 20? Maybe about 20? So it's probably about 120 degrees. Oh, sorry, 200 degrees. Now, you don't have to be perfect, but I think you need to be within 10 or possibly 20 degrees of that, and that's me being generous. Okay, guys, I hope that has been useful, and I hope that you were successful in your estimations, because that would be the success criteria of this video. And there it is, there's your success criteria. Correct estimations during the try phase, and you don't have to be exactly correct, guys, because of course they're estimations. So if you got within 10 degrees, just like I said, or within even 20 degrees, I will be alright with your estimations. Alright, thank you. Very interested to see your work. Thanks for watching.